I didn't want to have to do this. I really didn't want to have to do this. I've been traveling a while now, been in different countries, and there's a lot of animosity towards Americans, especially around tipping culture. When people come to the US, they complain. They say, why would I have to tip on top of the food that I'm already getting? Why would I have to pay extra for people just to be nice to me? And on paper, that sounds good. It's like communism. On paper, it sounds good. Everyone's happy. But that's never the case in real life. You see, on my travels, I figured out something. And it's that people don't actually care about you. People don't give a fuck. People couldn't care less about you or about the food that you order. And the reason why I know this, obviously, is because when I travel in these places, I like to go out to eat. I like to have nice dinners. And the first thing I do is I order a water. Água com gás in Brazil. Água com gás. Sparkling water. And it usually takes about 5-10 minutes before I'm like, okay, where's my water? And I have to, hey, Mr. Waiter, do you speak English? Hablas inglés? Agua con gas, por favor. And they're like, oh, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's coming. 10 minutes later, get the agua con gas. It's like, where was it during this last 10 minutes after I ordered it? It wasn't anywhere. It's a wheezy, it's a woozy, it's a fugazi, it's a fugazi. It didn't exist. It's fucking nothing. And the reason is because they don't give a fuck about you. But I can let the water slide. That's totally fine. Where I have problems is with the food. Because when I'm hungry, obviously. And so if the food takes 45 minutes to get to my table, then this is obviously going to be a problem. And when there's no tipping culture, they have absolutely zero incentive to get it to your table. In the US, I'll order food. Yes, sir, absolutely. It's right on its way. It's hit the chef's table. He's cooking it right now. He's putting some love in there, sprinkling some salt, because they all know they're getting motherfucking paid. They know they're getting a tip. The manager pays the staff well. The staff knows that they're gonna get a little extra tip if they're even better for me than they are in other countries. But the people in the other countries, they don't give a fuck. They get paid minimum wage, and then that's done. That's it. Their minimum wage is their wage. So why would they bring you the water with urgency and with speed? The service is absolutely god-awful in these countries. And this has nothing to do with any specific country. This has happened to me in Germany. This has happened to me in, obviously, Brazil, which is why I'm upset. This has happened to me in Mexico. This has happened to me in many different countries. And the reason why this happens is because they don't care about you. So the way around this is to implement this crazy idea that I just came up with in my brain. And it's called tipping. Tipping. Where you can have such good service that you can say, you know what? Thank you, sir, for this service that you just gave me over the past 45 minutes. I was very impressed with the fact that my food came out with speed and love. I was very impressed with the fact that my water came out right away after I asked for it. Thank you for doing this with speed and with love. You know what that would solve? That would solve me being so upset about an experience that I had at a restaurant in Brazil that I feel the need to make an entire YouTube video about it. Like, how messed up is that? Imagine being a restaurant owner and someone had such shitty service at your restaurant that they made a YouTube video about it. Not just a review, a whole YouTube video about it. Now, the food was great. I liked the food. It was great. We went to a Mediterranean restaurant, had some great hummus, had some great kebabs or whatever they call them over there. It was pretty solid. But at the end of the day, I didn't get my food within the first hour that I was there. They never came up to my table. They never asked me if I wanted a refill. Nothing. Maybe they just didn't like me. Maybe they just didn't like me. Maybe that was the reason. And maybe I'm completely wrong about all of this. But this is not the first time this has happened. This is not the first time that this has happened. It's happened in every country I've went to that doesn't have tipping culture implemented because they don't have any incentive to go. And that is the good thing about capitalism. Capitalism gives you an incentive in order to work hard and earn the fruits of your labor. Now, there are flaws in capitalism, just as there are flaws in literally every single possible thing that you could do with a country. That's because humans are flawed. But capitalism is the best way to go in this specific instance. And I think that if I were in charge of the world, every single country would have mandatory tipping. Mandatory tipping. So that the culture can stay satisfied. Now, maybe I choose to tip very low because the service was bad. Now that's different from the current tipping culture in the US, where the tip options on the reader is 15%, 20%, and 25%. That's pretty fucked up. Because what if the service is bad? I don't want to tip you if the service is bad. That's the whole point of tipping culture. If the service is good, I give you a tip. If the service is bad, I don't give you a tip. That's the point. So, I think that the whole world should implement mandatory tipping, and if your service sucks, 0% tip. Nothing. Because the service sucks. The restaurant should be able to pay you enough to have a living wage. That's the minimum wage. If the service is mediocre, if it's average, if it's good, right? Good energy, casual, should be maybe 15%. I'm happy with that. But if the service is absolutely extraordinary, it was perfect. The guy knew exactly when to take your order. He came with speed and love, and he knew exactly when to take the plates. He didn't come up too much because he knew that would be bothering you, but he came up exactly when the right time was, took your plates, kept his head down, didn't ask questions. He knew exactly when not to interrupt you in the conversation. It was a great experience. You connected with him on an energetic level. 30% tipping. I'm happy with that. I'm super happy with that because it's going to get there anyway. The bar is going to get there at some point anyway. It's already 25% on the card readers. So that's what I would do if I sat in an iron throne and I said, I'm in charge of everything. Mandatory tipping. Do good and you'll make money. Do bad and you won't. This is natural selection. This is the universe that we live in at a baseline level, just adapted to the brains that we have and to the lifestyle that we live, the society that we operate in. So this is tipping culture and how it should be. None of this no tipping bullshit in all these other countries. I feel like I'm the dick. That shouldn't happen. This should be absolutely mandatory to make sure that I'm getting the good service and the servers are getting paid. It's a win-win. And I don't understand it in other different countries. You can argue with me all you want. You can type out in the comments. You can rage bait. You can say, no, tipping culture, Americans taking advantage of it. Don't give a fuck. It's better this way. Just trust me. I'm living in it in the US. You're not. I know what's good and what's not. I have more life experience than you. This is how it should be.